Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable, the Headmaster of Junior High School Wantega. The Honorable, all the homeroom teachers. The Honorable, all the guardian students. First of all, thank you for having me here in this fine and joyful morning. I hope we are all in the good health. Today I would like to convey my short speech on my occasion. We heard the term the moral education. But what is the moral education and how important is moral education to our country, to our students, to our children, and to ourselves? My name is Winda Sulistiowati. I would like to devote my speech about moral education, specifically about the importance of character education for Indonesian people. Ladies and gentlemen, before I talk about my ideas, I would like to tell you what I have in my mind about moral and moral education. When we talk about morality, I don't think there is a fixed definition about it. Morality for me is not only about right or wrong, but it is also about whether or not something that we do is kind of or good. If we rely on this definition, there will be a question in our mind. The question is what is good and what is not. What is the basis for us to tell whether an action is kind or not? Well, that is just how difficult it is for us to define morality. For me, morality is not about definition from dictionary, because the only thing that can help us to tell whether something is good or not is hurt. And as much as we want to believe that hurt is a pure thing, we have to admit that it is also influenced by various external concepts that is exposed to us over and over again. What does it mean, ladies and gentlemen? It means that the hurt can be corrupted if it is exposed to negative concept repeatedly. In this nice occasion, let me talk about the importance of character education for Indonesian people, especially teenagers. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia has been known as a civilized country since a long time ago. But in these few decades, this country gets many bad nicknames from the world community. One of them is the most corrupt country in the world. It makes our national pride in the eyes of the world becomes nothing. Moreover, about the condition of our nation moral degradation at this time. Take for example in 2007, the National Commission Child Protection surveyed 4,500 young people in Indonesia. The result was so surprising that 97% of those teenagers admit to watching porn. 97.3% admitted to kissing, oral sex, and petting. In addition, the case of the like that has been going on lately is reflecting the nation's moral decline. Based on the problems above, we can say that character education in Indonesia is absolutely needed to fix. It is a deliberately effort of the whole dimension of life to form the character optimally. It is a basic concept that is applied to the thought of someone to make their physical, spiritual, and moral character become more meaningful. This character education should be given to a person's mind from an early age, adolescents and adults, so that we can form their characters become more valuable and immoral. By a good character education, we can expect no more children like to browse pornography, drugs, and others. It is a deliberately effort of the whole dimension of life to form the character optimally. It is a basic concept that is applied to the thought of someone to make their physical, spiritual, and moral character become more meaningful. This character education should be given to a person's mind from an early age, adolescents, and adults, so that we can form their characters become more valuable and immoral. By a good character education, we can expect no more children like to browse pornography, drugs, and others. Considering the basic concept of character education that make up personality, it should be integrated into the curriculum in schools. We can integrate these values into school subjects through the methods of habituation, praise, and sanction. There are 18 items of character values that can be given in the school, including the discipline and honesty. Discipline is the main thing in achieving success. Those are very difficult to apply in daily life. So, there must be someone who plays a role in instilling these values. In the schools, the educational process should not only limit to learning the values of knowledge, but it must be more emphasized on moral values, ethics, and aesthetics, which is applied in everyday life. Who are they? To pursue those values, we need three supporting components, that is, the family, the teachers, and the community. Ladies and gentlemen, parents should have sense of care towards education and directly involved in overseeing the growth of their children. It should be done in order to not making the parents become the factor that hinder the growth of their children. Besides parents, teachers also in charge to give the character education. They have to provide good example for their students, so that teachers can be used as role of good character. In giving character education to the teenagers, we must certainly need extra patience because the result of character education cannot be seen directly, but it requires a long process. Therefore, character education requires synergistic cooperation between the different parties to obtain a good result. Ladies and gentlemen, in short, the character of moral education is so important for Indonesian people, especially teenagers. Remember, they need three supporting components, that is, their family, their teachers, and their community. Take for example, parents educated their children at home, while teachers educate them in school, and their society educate them in a real life. Let us together work actively to save this nation, especially for our young people who will be the nation's next generation, from the degradation of moral, so that this nation can be equal with other developed nations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so that is all the speech that I could deliver this time. Please forgive me if there is a mistake of offend someone in the speech. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.